Enchanté.
Hello everyone and welcome. Today's video is a tribute to one of my favorite YouTube creators, Joris Hermans. The reason why he's one of my favorite YouTube creators is because of the way that he simplifies everything that he do. To put it into perspective, let's take a look at the original version of this commercial so you can have a better understanding of his work.
Enchanté.
Pretty cool, right? But there are some fundamental and practical differences between his video and my video. The practical differences I'll explain later on. But the fundamental difference between his video and my video is the editing software that both use to edit this commercial. He used DaVinci Resolve and I use KineMaster and my cell phone. Alright, so I'm going to explain some of the practical differences in how do I solve some of the problems that I encountered while I was doing this video. For example, he used an actual real record player to make the turning motion on the can. I use a turning table that I have. The reason why I did this is because it's easier for me to control the turning motion of the can if I use the Lazy Susan or turning table over the record player. And in here, you can see how the record player is wiggling. And those were one of the things that I was trying to avoid while I was doing this commercial. Again, I edited this commercial utilizing KineMaster. So KineMaster does not count with a stabilization system, which DaVinci Resolve does. So what I did was I did a cutout of a blackboard and placed it on top of the Lazy Susan. And then I placed the record on top of the Lazy Susan. And now I can control the speed of the Lazy Susan and I can speed it up or slow it down during post-production. And since the Lazy Susan is not an actual record player, I have to come up with an idea to make the arm go into the record so it will look like it's a real record player. So what I did was I attached the arm to a can of tomato paste and I moved it manually. Okay, so another practical difference between him and me was the camera that we used. He used a Canon N50 and I used a Sony a7R3A. He recorded his video at 60 frames per second. I recorded my video at 120 frames per second. The other settings, I follow the steps that he gave on his video. But the only reason why I decided to do 120 frames per second over 60 frames per second is because, again, I'm editing my video utilizing KineMaster. And when you slow down your footage on KineMaster, it comes out smoother when you shoot your video at 120 frames per second versus 60 frames per second. The only reason why I did this commercial is not just because I admire Joris Hermans' work, but also to prove a point that you don't need expensive gear to be creative. I utilize my cell phone and KineMaster. You can also do the same. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Activate the notification bell, and I will see you next time underwater.